Hello, in this video I will explain how to name alkanes. Now alkanes are composed of two different things. They're composed of the parent chain and its substituents. Now the parent chain is the longest continuous string of carbon atoms that you can find, and substituents are any smaller groups of carbon atoms that branch off from the parent chain. When you go to name the alkane, it always ends in ane, ane. This is what identifies it as an alkane. And depending upon the number of carbon atoms in your parent chain and in your substituents is your prefix. So right here we have a little chart, numbers 1 through 10 of prefixes and which prefix goes to which number of carbon atoms. So if we wanted to write pentane, that is 5 carbon atoms, pent, we would simply write this. There we go, pentane, very simple. Let's say we wanted to write octane, that would be 8 carbon atoms in the parent chain. There we have octane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carbons in the parent chain. This is what identifies it as octane. Now, if you have any substituents, this changes the name slightly. You'll still have the same prefix and it still ends in ane, but you have another word in front of it that also identifies how many carbons are in any of the substituents. So here we have another chart, different substituents and how many there are in each substituent. So the ones we are mostly concerned with are methyl, ethyl, propyl, isopropyl, and butyl. Now, these will be placed in front of the prefix to just show where and how many carbons are in any substituents. Say we have 2-ethyl pentane. 2-ethyl pentane. So we start with pentane. Our parent chain is pentane, so that is 5 carbon atoms. There we have our parent chain of 5 carbon atoms, pentane. Now 2-ethyl means that a 2 carbon group is located on the second carbon in the parent chain. So here we have ethyl, that's 2 carbons, and we find the second carbon here in the parent chain, and we draw a little bond there between the parent chain and the substituent. So if we were to write 2-ethyl pentane, it would look like this. Not too hard. Now, you may have more than one substituent on your parent chain. This changes it slightly, although not dramatically. Say we have 2-ethyl 3-propyl pentane. This is done simply by adding the second substituent on top. So we have our 2-ethyl pentane group here. If it is 2-ethyl 3-propyl, then we simply find our third carbon and add a propyl group on top of it. There, just like that. Now, when you state the name with the substituent groups, you list those alphabetically. So we would not call this, we would call this 2-ethyl 3-propyl pentane. We wouldn't call this 3-propyl 2-ethyl pentane. We always list them alphabetically. So here we have 2-ethyl 3-propyl pentane. As well, along with that, we also put hyphens in between our numbers and our words. So we would also not write 2-ethyl 3-propyl pentane. This is also incorrect. We would not do this. So naming alkanes is fairly simple, and I hope this was beneficial and understandable.